Hello guys, class 8. Now class 8, I am your science teacher Rashid Khan here from LPM Public School Golabazar, and here is you could see the chapter number 6, conservation of plants and animal. The remaining portion of the chapter will have to study now, in which we had already studied about that the conservation of forest and wildlife, in which some portion is remaining. So the remaining unexplained point is biosphere reserve, which is biosphere reserve. Biosphere, as you know that the biosphere, it is a place or area, or it is the site on which the living can be survived. As you know that the bio, that is a living body, and sphere are the place or the area on which this particular species, that the living bodies can be survived. So biosphere reserve is the part of the earth on which most type of living bodies can be exist or survive, or maybe which they support their lives. So in this concern, the idea or the concept of about the biosphere reserve is 2 decades old, and this can be formed by the UNESCO as a man and biosphere, that is a MAB, man and a biosphere, MAB, man and a biosphere. This thinking is from an institution that is called as a UNESCO, which means that is a conservation, or you can say the protection, such type of organism which is found on the earth, which has to be held in a particular region, on a particular part of the earth, on which the living bodies can be survived more easily and sustain their life in a easy medium. Here is biosphere reserve is a large protected area of a land meant for the conservation of the wildlife. These wildlife that can have been reserved for their survival or for their living criteria can be created or can be done. So in that purposes, this wildlife has to be make sure that their life is completely safe and protected, in which the area in which no any other activities done are maybe allowed to perform, at least to touch or anything. That means it is the area where is no activities is to be permitted to do for the human being or for any other thing. You can see there is the innermost zone is known as a core zone. So no human activity is allowed to do in a core zone, as it is developed to production of wildlife. Core area or the core zone. So there is no human activities is to be permitted to do. Why? Because this area is only reserved for the wildlife, or this is the biosphere in which the most life can be supported. Now the next is the middle zone is called as the buffer zone. 3 zones are there: inner zone, middle zone and outer zone. This one is middle. So middle zone is also called as a buffer zone. Why? Because in this zone limited human activity is allowed. Might be the limited human activities is allowed to do. but not only all the activities is being permitted over there. So some of these human activities is allowed to do, or is allowed, and that can be the limited human activities such as research, environmental education, and tourism is allowed in this zone. Only three things are some limited things are allowed, that is what the research is, the environmental education, and the tourism. This is only the thing that is allowed. And in the next zones, this can be as a outermost zone. It is called outermost zone. This outermost zone is also called as a transition zone. Transition zone. And this transition zone is a zone in which limited human activities such as non-destructive human activities such as the settlement of houses for tribals and cultivation of crops are allowed in this zone, that outer zone. And outer zone is allowed for to just form a shelter, or you can say the human activity is settlement of tribals, and the cultivation of crops is also be allowed. So these zones are situated in this particular medium. So three zones are there. First one is inner zone, second one is middle zone, last one is outer zone. So in the case of an inner zone, there is no human activities, at least no limited human activities allowed to do, allowed to perform an activity. And in case of a middle zone, there is unlimited activities being allowed. That is what the tourism, the educational, the educations, environmental education, as well as the researches is allowed. But in case of a outer zone, outer zone is called as a transition zone, in which all the activities is allowed to do. That means that make a shelter and perform the different activities, and as well as for cropping the fields too, like crops. That means there is a cultivation of crop is also allowed. So these are the area in which the biosphere reserve is distributed. The biosphere reserve may also contain other purpose areas in for a different example, for a different purposes. Example, this may have contain other protected areas in it. For example, the Pachmarahi Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park named as Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries named Bori and Pachmiri. There are 14 biosphere reserves in India such as Sundarbans Biosphere Reserve, West Bengal, the Greater Nicobar and Nicobar Biosphere Reserve, Andaman and Nicobar, the Kanha Biosphere Reserve, Madhya Pradesh. This is the biosphere on which you can see Bori sanctuaries, Dhan, Bori, Chorna, Tava Reservoir, Pachmiri sanctuaries to Pariyar and Panarpani Gate and Pachmari. This is all about that the biosphere found. Significance of biosphere reserve. What are the significance? What is the importance? So significance to conserve the delivery and integrity, to conserve diversity and integrity of biotic communities of our plants and animals. That means to preserve the biotic and integrity of plants and animal can be seen. Next is to provide areas for ecological and environmental researches. It can also be allowed for the researches and that concern to provide the areas for the ecological and environmental researches. Next one is to maintain the lifestyle of tribals living in such areas. The rest of that is flora and fauna. Can see what do you mean by flora and fauna. What are these? The flora and fauna is flora and fauna. Flora is what and fauna is what? Flora is numerous kind of a plant in a such particular space or such particular place. That one is called as a flora. And numerous kind of animals found in a particular place. That place is called as a fauna. We can say the different types of plants belonging to an area comprise its flora, and all the animals found in an area constitute its fauna. This is all about the flora and fauna. Here the biodiversity is important for the sustenance of an ecosystem. For the sustaining of an ecosystem, there is a biodiversity is required. It provides a wide range of food material for the survival, prevents extinctions of species. A wide range of food and material is being provided for the species and allow the organism to adapt to change. This is the area on which this can be seen. Salt trees, fir, jasmine, teak, and the flora of the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Cheetah, wolf, leopard, blue bull, wild goat, wild dog are the fauna of the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. It is an example of a flora and fauna. You can see a number of you can see a huge number of the species of a plant in a particular region is termed as flora, and fauna is a number of species of animals found in a particular zone or particular area. This one is called as a fauna, and you can see there are the different examples I have given to you, and list of the other we'll do later.